jaw-dropping crashes, miraculous escapes, and scenes that will leave you speechless. In today's video, you'll see the most insane moments in motorsport that defy logic and show how the line between glory and disaster can last just 1 second. Hold on tight, because what's coming next is spine-chilling. Imagine crashing into a safety wall at over 220 kilometers per hour. The car literally splits in half. That's exactly what happened to Romain Grosjean in one of the most shocking accidents in Formula One history. During the Bahrein Grand Prix in 2020, the world watched in shock as his car exploded into a fireball. For nearly 30 seconds, Grosjean was trapped in the flames. The other drivers were worried, and tension took over the entire track. And just when everything seemed lost, he walked away. Against all odds, Grosjean survived the brutal impact and escaped with his life. The fact that he stayed conscious after such extreme G-force is already a miracle. This moment proved that driver bravery and F1 safety advances can defy even the impossible. This yellow car floored it, but went too far. Accelerating like there's no tomorrow, the car loses stability, and within seconds begins to roll uncontrollably. Several flips through the air, like a scene from an action movie. But this really happened. An impressive moment that shows just how unpredictable motorsport can be. And the most amazing part? Despite the terrifying crash, no one was hurt. It may sound crazy, but this car looked like it had one of those energy drinks that give you wings. In an insane drag race, the driver hits such a ridiculous speed that the car literally takes off. That's right, it lifts off the ground like a plane about to take flight. The scene is so surreal it looks like a special effect, but it really happened. So, would you have the guts to go that fast? Imagine watching a race when suddenly, a runaway car flies over the fence, heading straight toward you. That's what happened here. The impact between two cars is so intense that one of them is launched off the track, past the barriers and over the fence. The crowd watches in disbelief. Unreal scenes that show accidents can happen, and no one expects to see them up close. Luckily, no one was hit. In this video, it looks like the driver was taking their first driving lesson. He simply couldn't avoid the obstacles and completely lost control. But the most shocking part? A man standing right in the danger zone was this close to getting hit. If not for the safety barrier, it would have been a certain tragedy. A wild moment where reflex and luck worked together to save a life. The kind of scene that makes you hold your breath. This next scene looks like something straight out of the movie Cars. A Nascar driver was leading on the final lap, already on the home stretch. Victory seemed guaranteed, but then came the decisive moment. He blocked the opponent once and succeeded, but on the second attempt, everything fell apart. The move was risky, and at such high speed, any mistake can be fatal. The car slams into the wall, and the long-dreamed win slips right through his fingers. A breathtaking, tense, dramatic, and visually stunning scene.
Unbelievable.
In motorsport, the line between glory and disaster can last less than a second. This flip was unusual, to say the least. The driver was going full speed, focused on the track, until he hit a sneaky bump. In milliseconds, the car lost all control and started flipping forward. That's right, not the usual sideways rollover we're used to seeing. It was like the car was thrown into a forward somersault in the middle of the track. A surreal and shocking moment. Now let's see what happens when completely reckless people decide to invade a racetrack. This guy, riding an ATV, tries to cross the track without even looking. The result was a violent crash, right as a race car was speeding by. The craziest part? This accident could have been easily avoided. A ridiculous act of carelessness that put lives at risk. And here, things get even more unbelievable. A pickup truck casually drives onto the racetrack, like nothing's happening. The driver tries to dodge, but a crash is inevitable. When people lack basic awareness, danger is guaranteed. One person's irresponsibility can lead to irreversible tragedies. These drivers can call themselves true survivors. After losing control of the car, they experienced something almost unbelievable. A safety rail pierced the car, and by mere centimeters, they weren't impaled. It's one of those scenes that makes you hold your breath. Watch it again. Every detail shows just how close they were to disaster. And now, take a look at the state of the car after the crash. Absolutely insane. In motorsport, escaping something like this is like being reborn. This truck looked like it was made of Lego blocks. After flying off the track at high speed and hitting the tire barrier, the truck completely fell apart. Pieces flew everywhere, like a giant child disassembling a toy in turbo mode. Fortunately, the cabin, built to withstand extreme impacts, protected the driver. And the best part, he walked away almost unscathed, even though it looked like a scene from an action movie. Just more proof that motorsport safety saves lives, even when everything falls apart. Amidst total chaos on the track, this truck just flipped. Visibility was nearly zero, and the driver collided with another truck and lost all control. An impressive and unavoidable rollover. Moments like this show how speed, tension, and poor visibility can turn the track into a minefield. A jaw-dropping scene. And you, what did you think of these incredible moments in motorsport? Leave your comment.